Hi guys, I was talking about the sorting of random items that I'm currently doing, organizing and cleaning up and everything. This is one of the boards that comes from this huge box full of stuff. I've also found a few modules. Actually, there's one that I've put in the IT tower because that one was a USB module. It's basically printed circuit boards that actually work as they are. For instance, this is from a vacuum. It works perfectly fine. It can be used as an electronic control for on and off and speed for an electric motor. This is from electrical odorizer, I think it's called, one of those things that you plug in and it releases perfume in the room. There's this heating element that heats up. I have no idea what I can use them for, but obviously I bet you there's gonna be a point in all these projects where I'm gonna need one of these, and it sure is nice to have them already built and prepared, basically ready to use. Just plug them in and watch them turn on. Yeah, that's with some of the boards, but most of them are just junk that I can strip components from. For instance, this is the digitable board from an LCD monitor, and I'm gonna try and gather a few things from it. This will be really nice with a little bit more zoom. A bit harder to work to, but ouch. My neck popped. Yeah, these capacitors look nice, and then there's like a stabilizer and maybe the VGA connector, this kind of stuff. I think my soldering iron is a bit it's not a very expensive tip nor iron, so from time to time I have to kind of do this to remove the oxide or whatever that is, that black thing that builds up and basically blocks the tip from getting a nice flow of solder. Now, there you go. Wow, this is really hard to remove. Is it through? No, it's just surface mount. I wonder if this plastic is glued onto the board. Yeah, the plastic might be glued onto the board. This one is destroyed. I ripped off one of its legs. Oh, come on. Really? I want to use them. I want them. Come on. But why would you do this, huh? That's one. Sorry if it's gotten off cam until I get used to it. By the way, I was talking about that lightning detector. I think you can hear it in the background. Now it works just fine. I'm not sure what the deal is with it. It obviously doesn't have any problem, but I have no idea where that signal comes from when it starts going crazy. And it's really weird because it happens only when big storms are around too. But it's, I don't know, it blows my mind because it's not normal operation. I don't know. There's some kind of charge limit that it goes over, and I have no idea. It's a bit weird. But as long as it keeps working, you know, like it does now, I'm not going to struggle too much to find out what's going on. If it keeps doing it like half of the time or more, if it gets if it becomes a problem and interferes with the normal function, of course I will take a look at it. For now it's just an occasional thing. But it still is very, very interesting. Also, given the fact that I've been using it for like, I think 2 or 3 years now, and it's just now, like in the last couple of weeks, that it started doing this. Maybe an electrolytic cap going bad, I don't know. These are really a pain to remove. It's so bad that I get them out with the copper trace. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Two more. Yeah, but it feels really nice to finally start decluttering. One more, one to go. Don't ask about the sounds you're hearing from outside. I have no idea what's going on. Perhaps kids. They're really weird and it sounds like a horror movie. It's one of the things I don't understand with parents these days because I keep seeing this. I know that kids, because I'm nothing but a grown-up kid. I mean, I'm not one of those grown-ups that don't swear and eat with the fork in the left hand. Yeah, I'm just a grown-up kid, you know, and I scream sometimes myself, you know. And I understand they have that urge to manifest themselves, to scream and to be loud and yell and but I remember when I was a small child and I was outside with my parents, even when I didn't have my parents with me, they would have come out the window, you know, and yell at me. I wasn't allowed to be loud, you know, even if I screamed like one time or two times, I wouldn't have done it the third time because my parents would have told me it's not, and I am certain they repeatedly told me that because otherwise I would consider this normal, you know, that I'm not allowed to be loud in public places, to scream, to yell, to whistle even. It was for me like basic common sense, basic education, and now I see all these parents and it's kind of normal because you know, I have nothing against kids playing around or kicking a ball, but when it sounds like a jungle, it's not okay anymore. And it's really not nice to do that with when people are around. You know, it's really annoying as well. And I see these people, these parents with their kids outside, and they just say nothing. They treat that behavior as being normal. And I just don't understand that because it's not normal and it should be something that you should teach your child not to do. But anyway, I see a lot worse things these days, so no, as they say, go with the flow. But it's not nice. If you have a kid that does that, it's not nice. It's disrespectful. Just put yourself in my place. Just take a break from what you're doing now and think would you feel like if I came next to you and yelled in your ear? You know, would that be fine with you? I am absolutely sure that it wouldn't be fine and you will be annoyed. Well, don't let your kids do that to other people, perhaps. Plus, that is how they end up later in life being the ones who yell at the cash register about, I don't know, some kind of price they don't like or something like that. You know, when everybody waits and speaks nicely, you have that crazy individual who yells and screams and I'm gonna do that, I call my manager. And yeah, that's the kind of behavior we don't want in public. I think I'm gonna have to use a pair of pliers. This will cool it down. Nope. And it's out. Hopefully still okay. I'm gonna need a better soldering iron. I had a very good one. I bought it from a local electronics shop, and that one failed after years of usage, and now I've just bought this one from a local hardware store. You know, the cheap, not necessarily cheap, because this one wasn't that cheap, but lower quality ones. keep collecting crystals, but I've never used them for anything. Don't know why I keep doing this. What do these people use to... Do they actually glue them in place? This one doesn't come off. I don't need it. The hell with it. This one looks interesting. Might need it one day. I don't know. Oh, and there's another IC. Wow, I'm at 16 minutes already. Guess it's time to end the video. Yeah, this is basically what I'll be doing for the next few weeks, even more. It's takes a lot of time. Just imagine how many more boards I have, and I don't think this is all. I think I've got more. So that's all the small components. Out of here, I'm not going to bother with the connectors. I don't know if I have the other side. I might try though. Just for this big one, and definitely the VGA. This one can be good for the desk. I've been thinking, you know, when I get a PC on the desk to repair it or to test it or to test some component, I have all these wires like the video cable and the power and everything, and I want to do a small panel in the desk, basically like in those lecture rooms where you have the connectors and just plug it in, plug the things in on the desk, you know, not have all the wires hanging down on the floor and under my feet. That's something that will be done at some point. Let's see, just to get it at 20 minutes. See if I can get this connector out. Out it comes. I'm gonna have to buy some more solder soon. What do you say? Should we finish this? But here's the deal. This one's gonna take a bit longer, I think, because it's a bit of a pain to remove these safety pins here. These are a bit tricky to get. I'm gonna try to use my solder pump. Let's see. It's gonna be a lot to suck in. That one wasn't right. Barely even goes away, and right side. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, really tricky. This might actually work. Now this one's soldered. Ah, don't you just love that sound? I don't need these in any way. I just need them to be removed from the board. Doesn't even get all of it. What? How do I do this? Nah, this one doesn't work. I have no idea why. Well, there it goes. Kind of wiggle it around a bit to free it from the solder. And then just get the 15 pins here. And it should be all done. There's no other way but just to flood this thing with solder. And hope it all comes out. Nah. I'm gonna need 3 hands for that. How do people do this? Really difficult to get this. I don't understand how some people do this. Huh? Do I get it? Yep. There it is. There it is. So yeah, basically this is what I'm after, and I'm just gonna put it in the desk somehow and you know, cut a cable and solder it to these pins and run it all the way from the screen that I use for repairing PCs and testing components of my test PC, and just have this connector in the desk and then just come with the VGA cable directly into the desk, you know, without having to have all the cable mess that I have now, you know, under the desk and in my feet and everything. So yeah, I'm not going to throw these away. I'm going to have a box of PCBs like this after I've stripped them of big components, because there are still some small SMDs left in here, and just in case I'm going to need them in the future, you know, for like a motherboard repair or something, that if I need a resistor or a capacitor or something. I've done repairs taking transistors from PCBs like this, and I'll just take the big stuff from them and then have a pile of stripped PCBs like this with nothing but SMDs left to just to have them there in case I need them. So another one bites the dust, and thanks for watching. I can't really shoot it all because it's gonna be like 100,000 hours of labor. Thanks and goodbye.